You. That huge Ashley Madison data dump is taking a personal toll on families around the world. Toronto police have announced 2 unconfirmed reports of suicides linked to the leak of users' private information. More from Jennifer Tryon.
This is what several Ashley Madison employees saw and heard when they showed up to work on July 12th. Shut down or face a massive data leak. The message said,
"This hack is one of the largest data breaches in the world."
Now with OPP, Homeland Security, the FBI and the RCMP by their side, Toronto Police Services says worldwide resources are being used to investigate the hack.
By appealing to the sort of the white hat hackers, if they find any information or know of any avenues that we need to explore, that's what we're looking at.
Ashley Madison is now offering $500,000 to anyone that leads police to the impact team, as the hack becomes even more serious.
As of this morning, we have 2 unconfirmed reports of suicides that are associated because of the leak of Ashley Madison's customers' profiles.
The site did an internal investigation and called police after the first message, but it didn't stop operations. So, on August 17th, this message: "Time's up. Now everyone can see your data." The names of tens of millions of users and the last 4 digits of their credit cards were dumped on the web's underbelly.
You should be nervous, very nervous today.
It takes advanced tech skills to actually reach the information, but these kinds of hacks are becoming more common, and the information will soon be more accessible.
The common individual will not, they can't protect themselves adequately.
An unfortunate byproduct of high visibility attacks like this is that it almost becomes a feeding frenzy for other hackers to dive in.
Already there have been online offers to delete Ashley Madison accounts, but for a fee. And worse, police say some are threatening to release profiles unless a ransom is paid.
This is also a scam. Multiple sites are now being downloaded and they're present. Nobody is going to be able to release and erase that information.
The online footprint is permanent. So is the database of 29 million users who paid thinking their secret online life could be kept anonymous. Jennifer Tryon, Global News, Toronto.
For an in-depth look at what to do if online scammers target you, including how to recognize phishing scams, go to globalnews.ca/globalnational. Still ahead, the fight to contain the largest wildfire in Washington state history and its impact on Canada.
You're watching Global National.
A massive wildfire burning in Washington state is now the largest in that state's history. The Okanagan Complex fire is growing quickly, and so far it is completely uncontained. And all that smoke is traveling north into Canada. From a satellite, you can see smoke blanketing southern British Columbia with a thick haze stretching all the way into Alberta. As Robin Gill explains, it's also prompting health warnings.
BC's Fraser Valley is shrouded in a thick haze. It's hard to see, even harder to breathe. Especially for Cheryl McDonald. She suffers from emphysema.
Even now I can feel it in my throat. It's gravelly and much more difficulty breathing.
For the 4th time this summer, the Vancouver area has issued an air quality advisory.
This year, it's been an unusual year. It's been a hot and dry summer, and so we have seen more impacts from wildfire smoke generated from outside of the region.
The biggest fire is 400 kilometers away in Washington state. Known as the Okanagan Complex Fire, it is the largest in the state's history. It's also about 4 kilometers away from the border with Canada.
Starting yesterday, we did start sending some of our BC personnel across the border to work on northern aspects of the fire, looking at areas where we can get some containment in there to stem its growth further towards the border.
The smoke is even worse in BC's Okanagan. The area is popular for vacationers at this time of year, but outdoor activity is limited.
Well, it's unexpected, that's for sure. It's very smoky. I've been here a few years in a row and I haven't seen it that bad.
The winds are moving east, pumping smoke into neighboring Alberta. The health region issued an air quality advisory for Calgary.
There is good evidence that short-term exposure does cause people problems, but their cumulative exposure as well is something of concern.
Cheryl McDonald knows that better than anyone. She no longer takes summer walks.
I have my windows closed. If I go out, it's kind of from here, maybe to the mall, into a store, air conditioning, that type of thing.
The good news is that these smoky skies will be replaced with liquid sunshine. Rain is in the forecast later this week. Robin Gill, Global News.